What's a key predictor of success? Embryos on day 3 should be about 7 or 8 cells in size, and it's quite difficult to grade the quality at that stage. And in fact, when 5 or 10 years ago, when most embryos were transferred on day 3, that's when we'd put multiple embryos back because we didn't know which ones were going to be successful. If the embryos are very poor quality on day 3, we probably, most units now would suggest doing blastocyst culture, which is, rather than transferring the embryos at day 3, waiting until day 5. And in our unit, for example, we've stopped doing day 3 transfers, because if an embryo, even if it's poor quality on day 3, if it makes it to a blastocyst, then it's a really good sign that actually it's going to go on and can develop and go on and form a pregnancy. But if they don't make it to day 5, that gives you that information a bit sooner. And yes, it's disappointing you've not had an embryo transfer, but in some ways it gives you that information sooner rather than transferring the embryo back and ending up with a negative test 2 weeks later. So some embryos that are poor quality on day 3 do go on to become blastocysts and go on to form babies. So it's certainly not worth writing it off at that point. But obviously it's better to have good quality embryos rather than less good quality.